Mexican fan moment. Are you a fan of Mexicans or are you just Mexican? Both. Yes.
I need to get you a Filipino flag one.
A Filipino flag one. Yes. I could also just bring my traditional Filipino fan.
Yeah, that's true.
I could do it. Bye.
And I got this one.
Oh, ooh, guys. Wait, things that I need to get for myself. Decorative fans.
Knott's Berry Farm, bitch. Knott's Berry Farm. Got this shit at Knott's Berry Farm.
Knott's Berry Farm is properly themed for the entire demographic that wants to go to Knott's Berry Farm.
Well, yeah, it's literally just, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Pretty much. I don't know what else to say.
Oh, no.
You started it. Okay, so let's get that out of the way first. You started
Let's get that out of the way first. That was on me. Fan. Rodney is fanning himself with the fans.
Fan for me. Fan for me. Fan for me. Fan for me.
I should bring my Kung Fu fans. I need to look for those.
I'm saying you should apply to be a martial, like a Taekwondo instructor.
I don't want to do that though. I can, but I don't want to.
I know, but if it comes down to it, it never hurts.
If I need to, I will, but that is like that will truly be out of necessity.
I don't know if Brandon's told you guys, but he's a black belt.
2nd degree black belt. And my sister is a 4th degree black belt.
Like literally, come on, because I beat a baddie B, Barbie teens being baddie B.
Okay, well anyways, hello again. My frisky friends, and welcome back to yet another episode of rambling about things I read on Reddit.
I wish I wasn't packing up my stuff from the place that I learned to love you. I wish I had never given up on all the compositions of iTunes. Now I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Brandon Amore.
And I'm your co-host, Ronnie Red.
Now, and we're here to put a grin on your face. Now maybe that grin is there as a coping mechanism for how scary this case is, or maybe you're the monster we're talking about this week.
What do you mean by that? Don't do that little giggle. Don't do that right now.
My little grin. I'll put one on your face. Anyways, how have you all been? What?
Said who else is frightened?
Frightened. You should be.
How did I not pronounce the?
No, you pronounced it perfectly. It was I
think I just pronounced it like a Californian.
Frightened.
Yeah. Frightened. Oh my God, go to hell. Frightened. Okay.
But
like so you say frightened.
Sometimes I say frightened. I feel like other times I say frightened. Frightened. Yeah. I don't know. It depends. I feel like because I don't do the when people go frightened. Because you didn't go frightened. You went you did the California sound, but this is too confusing for anyone. I feel like so sorry for anyone who is a non-native English speaker and listening to this podcast because as we have found out, our friend is listening from Italy. And English is not her first language. She's doing great.
Yep, goodbye.
Shout out to you. You know who you are. We'll do our sky run.
Yeah.
Where was I? Hold on.
Oh wait, no. GH.
TBH.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Anyways, how have you all been? Great? Terrible? Awesome. Well, I'm still here in NorCal, while Ronnie's down in SoCal without me.
Boo.
But that's not gonna be the case for long necessarily.
Not for long.
gonna say it first, guys.
I think it should be you.
I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna be down there.
Yep.
Me in LA. Me in LA. LA. Me in LA. Yeah.
Literally, who else is hype? Who else is fucking hype right now, guys? I know I am because I've been waiting for this.
I've been waiting for it.
I've been waiting for this. So I'm excited.
Tell us, Ronnie, how has everything been down there with Oreo? How's her wheelchair? She got a wheelchair.
Where is she? Oh, sometimes she just likes to chill in the... When I'm being too loud, she likes to go in the other room so then she can sleep. So she's over there right now. She's over there right now.
Your Oreo is not like my Oreo. Well, if we were being loud, he was like, it's safe. And then he would sleep.
See, like sometimes, but then like if I keep waking her up, then she just goes to the other room. I'm like, okay, queendom.
Queendom.
Queen
Diva.
Queen Diva. Diva Queen.
Diva Queendom.
Diva Queendom, like I'm
Diva
actually
Queendom.
saying.
Also, because you mentioned it earlier, how was Knott's Berry Farm? Tell us about everything you rode. Also, reiterate that experience, that revelation that you had about riding roller coasters when you are not a child anymore.
Okay, so I think the last time that I went on a roller coaster was probably, I think it was probably like in high school, maybe. Like I think so, or maybe.
Wait, sorry, you said that like JoJo Siwa being like,
Drink guests on my podcast.
my ex, I guess.
My ex. Girl, shut the fuck up.
Oh my gosh.
But I think it was probably in high school. I
feel
know.
like JoJo Siwa smells like penny nickel dime. Anyways, continue. Go ahead.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But yeah, so I haven't been to Knott's in like a really, really, really long time. I thought I went like a few years ago, but I don't remember. Like I literally don't remember the last time I was there. So we didn't go on many because then we got like a drink and then like we were sitting, chilling and like drinking. I got literally just a simply lemonade, spiked simply lemonade, but I think it was strawberry lemonade, and I got it with a tahini rim.
Guys,
Because
that's a party.
who would I be if I didn't? And then I think Iz got a michelada with a canna. It's not the, what is it? I don't want to say it wrong. I was gonna say like something that's a restaurant.
I wouldn't know. I have not been there.
Oh, I think it's
Can that be on the agenda within the first week that I'm there, please?
cantaritos. Those ones, the like jarrito, like spiked drinks.
Guys, that's a party.
Those
Also,
ones are really good.
Can we please? It's not on the agenda for the first week that I'm there, please.
We can, but the next week I'm going to Boston. That's right. Remember?
Yeah, remember.
But then we have something on the 9th and on the 10th.
party.
So we stay booked and busy
We stay booked and busy.
because we also have the thing on the 2nd.
Okay, the thing.
The thing. Sorry, guys, we don't reveal our plans, but we have plans.
Yeah, booked and busy, but secretively booked and busy. So sorry, you're not invited.
Sorry, guys.
You're not cool enough.
Too cool for you. You think
for the
you're
baddies
hot, but I'm
only.
sorry, you're not exactly who you think you are.
Can tell you what you
Yeah,
haven't got.
that is when we walk into the room. I'm too cool for you. That song was ahead of its time.
It really was.
That song was
If
ahead
there's
of its time.
one thing that is specific about 2000s era Disney movies, they were peak Disney Channel original movies. Not to say that the ones coming out now are bad, but that's totally to say that the ones coming out now are bad because
They're not the best.
The creative
No, they suck.
it is literally, it has been stated that the creative direction of Disney currently is pushing for more straightforward surface level stories
Yeah.
to appeal to larger audiences. So
Like, no.
it has fully been established that Disney movies in the 2000s were at their peak for
Like-
right now. They're probably going to like reach another peak at some point, but like at the very least what they lacked in good movie structure, they made up for in nostalgic value because they had such good music. The music is more what carried the movies because they were just movies, really. But, like,
Honestly-
the music carried. Music and choreography.
Prime.
No, yeah, music and choreography. And if any of you are into K-pop, you know exactly why they got you. You know exactly why Disney used to get you too.
Well, the thing is, I should have known I was going to be into K-pop when I heard Gangnam Style for the first time, and I like was convinced that like my world like shifted. Like it was like I was actually so obsessed with that song and doing that dance so much. Like my parents know. Like when my parents know, that means okay, I was really really obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Like I've told you before, I got really, really upset when they played Gangnam Style at the middle school dance, and I could hear it, and I wasn't and I like couldn't go in because I was in 5th grade, and I was so pissed because I was like, bruh, I want to do the dance in there right now.
Ugh. Doing shit like that? Oh my god. So fun, but I look back on it and then I'm like embarrassed, but then I'm also just like, I was a child. It's fine. Let me live my childhood.
No, exactly. So, but like I'm saying, that's how I should have known I was going to be a K-pop stan eventually in my life. That was a
Yes.
sign.
Absolutely.
That was a sign.
Yes. I don't really know how to segue into this because I don't think it's something that you're going to be happy about. I did mention grins earlier though.
Don't even play with me right now. Don't.
I'm not talking about the movie Smile, so you don't have to worry about that. Like that's fine.
Hearing it gives me shivers.
That is a scary one. I do want to see the second one when it comes out.
Someone decided to join.
Oreo. But that does mean, Ronnie, that we'll see it when it comes out for us to watch at home because it's scarier to watch it at the theater.
That's actually so true. Because sometimes I'll like think, oh, I think it's just because it's all surround sound. It's dark and stuff.
Yeah, and also if the horror movie does anything good that relates to crowd settings, bro, because I know that the second movie for Smile, it's going to be related to like it's a famous person, like a famous singer who like receives the curse thing and then starts to see it in her audience and everything. So it relating to crowd settings is not going to be fun for watching.
No.
That being said, however, this is I am covering a cryptid today, and that cryptid is.
Let me close my doors.
Yeah, we're gonna take a pause for right now because Ronnie's going to be closing his doors.
Oreo, I need you to come in here. Come on. Come here.
Get her blanket. Get her blanket. It does not. I love dogs because dogs and cats, because no matter what you give them, they will choose the specific thing that they want, not what you want them to use. Did you buy them a bed? That's funny. They want the blanket. Give them the fucking blanket. Did you buy them a toy? That's cute. They only want pine cones. Oh my god. For those of you watching, she has emerged. Hi, Oreo.
As you can tell by her eyes, she's going blind. But that's okay.
No, she's literally not. She can see so perfectly. Dude, the visual aid is staring at me, so I feel like I need to show it to you. But I'll show it to you after I tell you what the title of this is.
Okay. It's gonna readjust.
Yeah, you're just readjusting Miss Girl right now. She's so perfect, isn't she? Look at her.
She's about to start coughing when I fucking put her down.
Yeah, no, she's gonna have like the craziest cough attack right now. But she's here to support you. You're gonna need it, Ronnie.
I'm actually scared too.
Turning on more lights. You're like, I can't handle this right now. Ooh, can you please clean your camera? I'm so sorry.
Damn, call me dirty.
It's not your fault. Sometimes
Luckily, I figured out which camera it was, so.
Nice. That makes life so much easier. But we are covering the case, not the case, really more of just the study of the smiling man. So
I'm already not excited.
I feel like I should start with the visual aid. Well, the first visual aid, because I have two.
You keep seeing visual aid, and you know exactly what my brain is going to right now. Every single time you say it, I just keep hearing, "Let's swim the ballad and stray without any expectation, just a glimpse of visual
this
aid."
is the smiling man. I got this picture from There is the creepypasta fandom.
Oh my god.
This is from the creepypasta fandom on Wikipedia. But yeah.
I see it when I blink.
Yeah, so this is a picture. Well, this is like a drawing, at least, rendering of the smiling
That's
man.
enough.
Well, I hate to say it. No, I don't. It's helpful for the podcast. But like, Ronnie, there is a second visual aid. And to at least prepare you for it, I personally feel like it's worse. So I'm not going to show it to you until a little bit later. Oh, gosh. A little bit later.
Right. Yeah, of course.
So this was posted by, hold on, let me look for the name, blue_title on the creepypasta.fandom.com/wiki/the_smiling_man.
Oh, God, I still see him when I'm blinking. Oh.
So that is the credit. About 5 years ago, I lived downtown in a major city in the US. I've always been a night person, so I would often find myself bored after my roommate, who was decidedly not a night person, went to sleep. To pass the time, literally me with Nate.
Thank God you are a night person.
Yeah, no, literally. Sun goes down, I come out.
And all that counts?
It's here and now. My universe.
Will never be the same.
I'm glad you came.
I'm glad
you came. I spent 4 years like that, walking alone. Oh wait, to pass the time, I used to go for long walks and spend the time thinking.
Palm Kings walking through the shadows?
I spent 4 years like that, walking alone at night, and never once had a reason to feel afraid. I always used to joke with my roommate that even the drug dealers in the city were polite, but all of that changed in just a few minutes of one evening. It was a Wednesday, somewhere between 1 and 2 in the morning, and I was walking near a police-patrolled park, quite a ways from my apartment. It was a quiet night, even for a weeknight. It was with very little traffic and almost no one on foot. The park, as it was most nights, was completely empty. I turned down a short side street in order to loop back to my apartment when I first noticed him. At the far end of the street, on my side, was the silhouette of a man, dancing. It was a strange dance, similar to a waltz, but he finished each box with an odd forward stride. I guess you could say he was dance walking, headed straight for me.
It's giving me chills. Oh, God.
Deciding he was probably drunk, I stepped as close as I could to the road to give him the majority of the sidewalk to pass me by. The closer he got, the more I realized how gracefully he was moving. He was very tall and lanky and wearing an old suit. He danced closer, still, until I could make out his face. His eyes were open, wide and wild, head tilted back slightly, looking off at the sky. His mouth was formed in a painfully wide, almost cartoonish smile. Between the eyes and the smile, I decided to cross the street before he danced any closer. I took my eyes off of him to cross the empty street. As I reached the other side, I glanced back and then stopped dead in my tracks. He had stopped dancing and was standing with one foot in the street, perfectly parallel to me. He was facing me, but still looking skyward, smile still wide on his lips.
No.
I was completely and utterly unnerved by this.
Nope.
As one would be.
No. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, no.
I started walking again, but kept my eyes on the man. He didn't move.
Keep your eyes on the road, first of all.
Yeah, but I also wouldn't want to take my eyes off of him because what if he starts
Guys, it was
sprinting?
supposed to be a joke.
What if he starts sprinting?
I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind.
Once I'd put a block and a half between us, I turned away from him for a moment to watch the sidewalk in front of me. The street and sidewalk ahead of me were completely empty. Still unnerved, I looked back to where he had been to find him gone. For the briefest of moments, I felt relieved until I noticed him. He'd crossed the street and was now slightly crouched down. I couldn't tell for sure due to the distance and the shadows, but I was certain he was facing me. I had looked away from him for no more than 10 seconds, so it was clear that he had moved fast. I was so shocked that I stood there for some time staring at him, and then he started moving towards me again. He took giant, exaggerated tiptoed steps, as if he were a cartoon character sneaking up on someone. See, the thing is, it's silly until it's something that's coming towards you.
No, yeah.
You know, like
right
it's
now,
funny because I'm like, hee hee ha ha, but then I'm like, yeah, but if I saw that moving towards me, I would probably panic so hard that I would faint.
Yeah, I think I would actually throw up and start screaming and crying.
Except he was moving very, very quickly. Okay, see, no, that ruins it. I'd like to say at this point I ran away or pulled out my pepper spray or my cell phone or anything at all, but I didn't. I just stood there completely frozen as the smiling man crept towards me. And then he stopped again, about a car length away from me, still smiling his smile, still looking to the sky. When I finally found my voice, I blurted out the first thing that came to mind. What I meant to ask was, "What do you want?" in an angry, commanding tone. What came out was a whimper. What? That's what the quote was. Okay. Regardless of whether or not humans can smell fear, they can certainly hear it. I heard it in my own voice, and that only made me more afraid, but he didn't react to it at all. He just stood there, smiling. And then after what felt like forever, he turned around, very slowly, and started dance-walking away. Just like that. Not wanting to turn my back to him again, I just watched him go until he was far enough away to almost be out of sight. And then I realized something. He wasn't moving away anymore, nor was he dancing. I watched in horror as the distant shape of him grew larger and larger. He was coming back my way, and this time he was running.
Oh, okay.
I ran too. I ran until I was off the side road and back onto a better lit road with sparse traffic. Looking behind me then, he was nowhere to be found. The rest of the way home, I kept glancing over my shoulder, always expecting to see his stupid smile, but he was never there. I lived in that city for 6 months after that night, and I never went out for another walk. Good for you. There was something about his face that always haunted me. He didn't look drunk. He didn't look high. He looked completely and utterly insane. And that's a very, very scary thing to see.
What city was this so I can avoid it?
Not specified.
Why can't
See,
they
why didn't you
specify?
warn us? Why didn't you warn us to keep us safe?
Like, you're not literally. Why didn't you warn us? Oh, okay. So you just want us to discover it on our own. Okay. Keeping that in mind, Keeping that in mind.
Keeping it in mind, keeping it in mind, keeping it in mind. But also fuck you.
Keeping it in mind.
Yeah, so that was the story that I brought to kind of introduce the case, and that's the visual to pair along with that story. That
Awesome.
I mean, they used that visual on the story. Did you like it?
No.
That's not all, though.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That's not all from... Well, I mean, that's all from that story, but I have a few more things.
Guys, tell me I'm not the
So there was a movie also that was kind of based off of this. Okay, also, hold on. Before I even get to that, that's just really scary. I already have like this fear of going out at night with in like suburban areas that are just partially lit. You know what I mean? Where it's just the street lamps and then it's mostly empty otherwise. I hate that.
Yep.
I hate that.
Like when Oreo wants me to take her out, I'm like, do I have to?
No, seriously. It's like, oh my god.
Because it's like, I hate going out. Because like, I just think I'm going to see something terrifying every single time.
I think someone's going to follow me, or I think that someone's going to be like, I'm going to be like looking at things and then being cautious and checking underneath things while I'm walking and I see people just waiting for me there. And I'm like, nope.
No, literally.
Because like, it doesn't even have to be a monster thing. It just has to be a person. That's enough to scare me. Like in a lot of cases.
Honestly. It's like, ugh, God, I hate it.
I don't trust people.
I really don't. Like,
but also that
I know that's a fault of me, but also it's like,
it's fine. I think it's a safety concern for yourself, so I feel like that's a reasonable thing.
Yeah. Ashiparish.
I also literally don't... Like, go ahead.
Yeah. No, you were gonna say?
I also really don't like the unnatural walk. The unnatural, like, inhuman movements at great speeds are what really throw me off, especially with the smile.
Mm-hmm. Because I just... I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that.
Because it's always coming towards you. And it's scary that this person saw it, like, coming, like, it was leaving, and it was like, haha. Like, it was messing
You thought?
with... Like, the fact that it wants to mess with the people that are in contact with it.
Mm-hmm.
It like, tricks you just enough, but it also wants to scare you. Like it's like it has fun scaring you. Like,
no, yeah, and for what? Like, literally, and for what?
So this next one that I have is it's this movie. It's not a full movie. It's a short film. I'm not going to make us watch it.
Perfect.
But I do have a visual aid paired with it. So. This one is literally also just called The Smiling Man. It was released in 2015. I think you can watch it on YouTube. Don't, if you don't want to. I don't think you'll want to. But, I mean, for those of you that do, feel free to look it up. So, the storyline, and this is from IMDb.
Okay.
The IMDb page for it.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. Let's just pretend that didn't happen, guys. No voice cracks allowed. A 6-year-old innocent girl is upstairs in her room watching cartoons. She's in her home, cocooned in total safety. However, completely unsuspecting of the fact that she is actually being watched by an intangible, yet constant and equally insidious monster. She's so young, and her purity makes her such an easy prey for whatever lurks in the shadows. So basically, the monster thing, the smiling man, it starts leaving like a little trail of like candy and balloons and toys, and it wants to lead her down to the kitchen. She sees all these things because she's curious. She's like, what are those noises? She goes out, she starts looking, and what is it? She sees a little bit of the smiling man just like peeking out from behind one of the counters.
Fuck no.
And I'm like staring at it right now because it's on the article. That is not my visual aid, so I won't show that one to you. But I do have a picture of said smiling man from said article.
I'm having such a panic attack right now.
I feel like you need to prepare yourself, Ronnie, because this one is a very serious one. It's like a little scary. So this is a part of a visual from that. The video is 8 minutes long if you want to watch it at any point. But this is the smiling man visual from that.
I don't like that one.
Basically, she does follow it all the way to the kitchen, and it ends on this kind of shot.
Oh God, ew.
You're like, you were showing me the worst fucking smiles for all of today. And that is true. I apologize. But
If someone smiles at me, you're getting socked in the face.
for your comfort at this point, I would like to let you know that that is the last visual aid that I have brought. I do, however, have 2 Reddit stories about this.
2?
Oh, actually, I lied.
Don't say there's more.
No, I lied. I only have 1 because I'm looking at this one now, and it is the exact same post that I just read, so I only have 1. But don't think that that's the end of this episode, Ron.
I no, it's not.
You're just like, can I live in my delusions, please?
Like, just let me have this one, please.
So this one is a Reddit post in the subreddit r/the smiling man, because there's plenty there. This was posted by Coren, COREN _ Weller, WELLER 1, the number 1. This one is, I saw him in Australia. Okay.
Okay, another reason not to go to Australia.
Yeah, okay, cool. We're triangulating a bit.
Unless you guys keep streaming Brandon's music and you guys really want him out there, then we can go to Australia. But until then, no Australia.
Everyone who's in Australia, you have to just fly to the Philippines. It's close enough. So
New Zealand seems nice.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I love Australia too. It's just like, I don't want to encounter certain very specific things that I'm not going to mention.
Oh God, I just thought of it. Oh my God. I just thought of it and it freaked me out.
Also, thinking about
my friends used to send me videos on purpose.
Oh my God. Okay. Rude. I do my best to consume that content in such a... Okay, because I specifically like watching very spooky videos that relate to... I watch tarantula feeding videos. Don't ask why. Oh, actually, no. I feel like for a certain point, it like... You can come back, Ronnie. But I felt like I just needed to like... For me personally, part of that helped me get over my fear of them.
Can't even look. Oh my God, literally I see it in my eyes.
Sorry. Ronnie has the phobia of... I'm not going to say the phobia because Ronnie doesn't like the name of the phobia either.
I literally don't even like thinking.
But yeah, I don't know why. It did help me get over it. I'm not fully over it. I find these things more interesting than I find them scary. But when I am in person around one, I automatically am more scared.
I just got goosebumps.
That's all that I'm gonna mention because I can tell I'm kind of putting Ronnie through it right now. I just needed to elaborate on that because people need to know my special interests. So this one is called I Saw Him in Australia. So my parents split up when I was younger, maybe 10 years old at the time. Oh, I'm sorry. And I am, I mean, unless that was a good thing, in which case I'm not necessarily sorry, but I'm also sorry if that made it hard for you to have a good family dynamic. But if you had a good family dynamic, totally chill. Never mind. Anyways, I'm going to continue. And I am currently staying at my dad's place. My father lives in a caravan park since he can't get the money for a real house. Instead, we live in a bus that he decked out in a kitchen. Bunks for me and my brother and a bed for himself right at the back. Kind of chill, okay. Anyways, I have a hard time sleeping normally, so one night a few months ago I was awake while the rest of my family was asleep. But when I was lying down, trying to sleep, I heard something move right at the front of the bus where the door was. Since I'm on the bottom bunk... Wait, it was who?
I said it was raccoon.
It was a raccoon. Or Kamala Harris. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
No, like you just hear a knock, or you just hear something, and then you just hear her laugh in the distance.
And then you hear like the Ariana Grande whistle note. Okay.
I would be scared. I can't lie. Because it's like those TikToks. You know those like,
don't laugh.
you know those like TikToks.
I'm part of a family
where
that
it's like,
laughs with
they
their
have
whole
like the Michael
chest.
Jackson face and chasing you, and then it's just like the music gets louder as he gets closer. It's like that, but for Kamala Harris. And her laugh.
I'm from a family that laughs from their whole chest.
Their belly.
Belly. Okay, since I'm on the bottom bunk, I like to put a blanket between my brother's mattress and the boards that keep his mattress up for privacy reasons. So you have a curtain. Cool.
Yeah.
So when I heard the noise, I moved the blanket just enough to be able to see where the noise came from, and I was shaken to my core. I saw a man covered in dirty rags that covered every part of his body except his hands, eyes, and mouth. His mouth was in a crooked grin, bigger than I thought possible, but he didn't see me. Instead, he was looking straight down the bus, towards my sleeping dad. At the time of the incident, I hid a knife under my pillow since I didn't feel safe at my father's place. Story for another day. Oh? Okay. Lot to unpack here. So I slowly moved my hand under the pillow and grabbed the hilt of the knife. But as I pulled it out from under my pillow, the man must have seen a glint off of the metal of the blade, and he looked directly at me. I stepped out of my bed quickly, instinctively trying to protect myself, but when I stood and faced in his direction, he was nowhere to be found. I looked around the entire bus, but nothing.
Okay.
Oh, cool. There's an update from 6 months ago.
Oh.
Forgot to say, but I keep having dreams about his face, just hiding somewhere or attacking me with a disfigured body. I think it might be a spirit or something because my father is a paranormal investigator and I've experienced hauntings in the past, namely a ghost named Nate. Nate, quit.
It was
quit
Nate.
haunting this
Nate,
girl.
what the fuck, dude?
That
What do we
followed
say
me
about haunting
around.
people?
That followed me around for a while, but I just can't get that image out of my mind. Any tips or anything? I don't have tips. Actually, my main tip would be consult a priest and get your house blessed, and consult a priest or anyone who you can consult within your religious beliefs. In any way, contact someone for spiritual help. I feel like that is first steps that we can try and look into. Also, some commonalities that I've seen in a lot of places: salt, any form of blessed or sacred salt helps. Yeah, that for Corin Weller 1, Corin_Weller 1.
This is for you.
This is for you. Think about doing that first. Also, when you are at your father's place, also consider trying to... I'm not saying that you did a bad job in this case, because you kind of killed it. You pulled out a knife and scared it off. So, go you. But also, consider trying not to acknowledge it in a way that's like, oh, I see this, I'm scared of this, I need to defend myself against this. Just be like, no, get out. You kind of pretty much did that, but feel free to be more verbal about that too, because the command, from what I have heard, helps a lot. And not being welcoming to anything like that, any paranormal activity on that front, just being very closed off to it, very much just that couldn't happen further than that. Even if it were to happen, get the fuck out. I don't even want you here. Why would you be here in the first place?
Yeah, no.
And that usually works. Otherwise, get spiritual help in any way, shape, or form that suits you. And otherwise, try to get your dad to do that too, because it's possible that your dad might be bringing that shit back with him too, as well.
Yeah, if he's doing investigations and stuff like that on his own free time.
Because technically speaking... Wait, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just saying, there's just a chance of he's bringing that stuff in. I mean, most paranormal investigators end up having things attached to them because of all the investigations that they do.
And because it wasn't made clear why you're hiding a knife under your pillow, it feels like there's potential for there to be some form of negative feelings that relate to something in general around that, like in that place, because you talked about feeling unsafe. So I feel like that kind of energy is very attractive to negative spirits. So see what you can do about that. Also, it sounds like you are still either a kid or just living with your parents in general, but like you don't have too much control over your living situation. So do what you can given your circumstances, because like there's only so much that you can do when you're in situations like that.
Yeah. That's so scary though. I would be losing my fucking mind, bro.
No, yeah, like you hear something in your room and you're just like, oh, it's okay. Like, as much as I'm scared, it's probably something that shifted. Because that happened with my laundry one time because my laundry fell over. Dude, I thought something or someone was hiding in my room and like jumping to get me. It was just my laundry falling over, but like it took so long that I thought I was gonna die.
No, because I would freak out, because especially if I saw like my laundry on the floor and then I'm like, I would be freaking out too.
No, because like I was like just sitting and like doing stuff, and then I heard like a rustling, and because it's like my laundry basket thingy is kind of like clothy and it's filled with other cloth stuff because it's laundry. Like I heard like a rustling and shuffling, and I was just like, who is in my room right now? And it had been like hours since I put it down, so I didn't think it would even be possible for it to shift like that. But then like, it just like, and I was like, who is in my room? Like, who's gonna get me right now? And then I look over and then I see something moving in the corner of my eye, and I'm like, who is that? And it is my laundry, so we're chill. But I'm
all
like,
good.
Fuck. No, it's hard not to give in to like believing that it's there when it's there, though. When like you feel like something's there. So that's fair. I'm not gonna pretend like it's easy to like be unwelcome to it once it's immediately there, because once it's already there, it's like, it's so easy to unintentionally welcome the presence because you're just like, oh my god, like there's something right in front of me. So do what you can. But that is all that I have for the smiling man.
Guys, who else did not like that?
I feel like a lot of people didn't like that. I didn't like that. It was kind of spooky.
Because I'm just like, I'm like scared of just like things looking at me like with that kind of look. Like, I don't know what it is about like smiling. I mean, aside from the movie, like I've always just hated it. Like,
it's because smiling is one of those things that you do as sort of like a reaction or like way of communicating. It's you are using body language to communicate. You are looking at someone, you are acknowledging them, and then you're smiling. You're probably not smiling initially, or like you might be mid-laugh and like you turn and you like acknowledge someone. Yeah. But if you are just there staring, first of all, that's one thing that's like weird, concerning, not necessarily creepy yet, you know? But when you're alone at night with very little lighting,
anything is scary.
And there's one other like being out there, and it's staring at you, and it seems to be following you, and it's moving in a weird way that is human but not human enough. Yeah, that is where it's like really concerning, because it's like your body like chemically tells you that it's like everything is wrong about the situation and you need to get out right now. Like that's why it's so scary.
The thing is, I think when I go into fight or flight, I think I always end up choosing flight.
I personally feel like flight is more likely to keep you alive.
Yeah.
Especially in a case like this. It's like, dude, I'm so unfamiliar with this. Why would I try to fight? I'm not going to try and like figure out how to defeat this thing right the first time.
No, for real. If I saw
I'd rather just never see it again.
Like, I don't know how he like stood out there for longer just like looking at it. Like, I could not do that.
I do also like, I'd like to think that I would like flee very quickly, but I would also be so frozen, especially knowing that, well, when it's something scary like that, I want to get away from it as fast as possible, but I don't want it out of my sight either, because I don't want to, like, especially with how fast it was like, proving to be able to move.
I'm gonna start carrying a compact around.
You start getting like those glasses that like expand your vision to be like 360.
Yeah. When you're in the mirror, do you look easy?
I do have some more stuff, though.
Okay, God. Yeah, I figured.
So this one is, am I the asshole for sleeping with my brother's best friend? Posted by wide-fox9787. I'll repeat that for those who weren't paying attention hard enough when I first read that, because I really just jumped into that intensely. Am I the asshole for sleeping with my brother's best friend? Upon first
best
quote,
friend's brother is the one for me.
Well, I
yeah. Punk rock drummer and he's 6'3". I don't want to, but I want to.
Are you ready for this?
Can't get him out of my mind. Sorry, that song is just so good.
It's so good.
That song is so good.
I always had a crush on my twin brother's best friend. Whoa.
Okay.
I always kept it to myself because I never wanted to ruin my relationship with my brother or his relationship with his best friend. Fair. Okay. Mm-hmm. Recently, my brother's best friend, which we're just going to call Jack, got a car and was around my house a lot more often. Usually when my brother had practice, Jack would often come over to our house before my brother would return from practice, so he doesn't have to drive home and back. That's fair, because he lives far. He lives far away.
Yeah.
This particular time, it was just me and Jack. My parents usually both work late, so it wasn't the first time. It was just us alone. This time, we were both just sitting in the living room, and he, out of nowhere, just confessed that he always thought I was beautiful. At this point, I just confessed my feelings to him as well. And I told him I liked him for a while now, but didn't want to tell him so nothing would happen between my brother and him, or my brother and I.
Yeah.
I feel like this is sounding pretty fair.
Yeah.
You know, because it's one of those things where it's like it happened organically. Doesn't sound like anything was forced. And it doesn't really feel like this person is trying to downplay how much they were connecting with each other. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like they're trying to, like, reason this out, if that makes sense. Because getting a car at that age obviously equals it's more likely that you're going to be around more often because you can get there more often way easier. Especially if you're the friend that lives far away, you know? Like, so you're definitely going to come more often because you can drive now, you know?
That was me, for real.
Yeah,
that was literally me in high school.
So I don't think that that's unreasonable, and I don't think that that sounds wildly biased or like anything was crazily altered like crazy. Beartooth. I love Beartooth. I love Beartooth. Where did I stop?
They confess their feelings.
No, yeah, I know, but then I'm trying to find it in the because it's all one like block of text. So I'm like, hold on. I hate when it's like that because it's really hard to find my place.
No, yeah. Highlight with your mouse,
I told
maybe.
him I don't know if us even having a talking stage would work out because I don't want anything to happen. He starts telling me how we could have a talking stage in private until we're both confident that we should tell my brother. Anyways, we started hanging out secretly and really started liking each other even more. Oh man, that's hard. Because I get the hanging out secretly part too. I think now we're reaching the boundaries where it's a little bit unfair. Because totally, like, you could have just tried to talk about it. Because I feel like you cannot assume how they would react and just be like, hey, like, I have a crush on this person. Especially if, like, it's your brother's best friend and your brother is obviously not trying to fall in love with best friend. And also, like, if you can establish something where you have a best friend and like healthily have a relationship otherwise too, you know?
Yeah.
And if anything,
it's possible.
in some ways that could be awesome because then it's like, yes, brother's best friend, also sibling, partner. It's just like, cool, we can totally be a family. This is easy.
Yeah.
Obviously that's the ideal situation and not everything is a Hallmark movie. So, but still.
Of course.
About a week ago, he came over again, right? Thank you. You literally just aged just by doing that, though. About a week ago, he came over again early before my brother came back from practice, as he usually does. It was nothing weird, however, My brother's practice got pushed late because he had a game the upcoming day and things led to the other and we had sex. Okay. Ever since this happened, I've been feeling guilty and I feel like I should tell my brother, but I don't know what to do. If your brother has been hostile about it or like defensive and weird about dating friends, I feel like that's unfair to you. Because it's like, if someone is interesting to you and they confess that they're interested in you and then you confess that you're interested in them, I don't think that's unfair.
Yeah.
Because it's
I
like
agree.
no one was planning this. And I also feel like the friend probably wasn't trying to be friends with the brother just to get with the sister.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is a sister because they described it and it sounded straight.
No,
I say that just because it sounds like the friend was not interested in the brother. So I'm just like, okay, so these aren't twins, like same gender twins.
yeah. I mean, no. I mean, like, you can talk to him about it, but he shouldn't be like mean about it.
Yeah,
Especially if you're like twins, you guys are the same age. It's not like there's like any weird age gaps and stuff like that.
Yeah, like you're literally all, like, at the worst, it's like a 3-year age gap max. Like that's usually what the case is in high school.
Yeah, but they're twins, so it's like,
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're all like the exact same age.
You're all
too. Like,
literally the same
you're probably
age.
in the same grade too. Yeah.
yeah.
Resolve according 3166 said, you're not the asshole. How is your sex life any of your brother's business? That's fair.
That's also true. That's why I
Like-
said, like, you can tell him if you want, but like, you don't have to.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell him that you're like you're kind of seeing him, but you don't have to tell him that.
Yeah. The only thing that I think that the poster did wrong was not tell the brother once they started seeing each other, because it's one of the things where it's like, I'm not saying you have to ask permission. I personally just think that you should have just told him.
Yeah, if you're
Not
like,
asking
if you're
permission,
so
but
worried
you told
about it,
him.
just tell him.
Yeah. Because the thing is, tell him his reaction is what his reaction is going to be. But if he tries to block you off from doing that, that's not fair. Why? Because the best friend
his
also
business.
confessed feelings for you too. It's not just your doing. It's like it is a collective feeling from both parties that he is completely not in control of.
Yeah.
He's connected very closely to both parties, but that's not really his choice to make for either of them.
No, yeah. Just happened to be like that.
Okay. And this was 5 days ago. So the poster Y-Fox9787, if you hear this, please, 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 I hope that this helped you, because I think it would be a good idea to just tell your brother.
Yeah.
Because, like, even if he reacts negatively, respectfully, he kind of has to just get over it at some point. Because it's like, it's your relationship. It's also his best friend's relationship to choose. So
Literally.
if it happens, it happens. And further than that, it's also like, if your best friend was going to eventually get a partner, would you rather that partner be someone you don't know who is going to be on like dates that are separate, so then your best friend actually spends more time away from you? Or would you rather have it be your sister, so when your best friend's over, you can kill two birds with one stone in terms of being able to also allow him time with his girlfriend reasonably? Like, honestly, this could be really convenient for you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
I don't think that the poster is the asshole. I think that you're fine. Just feel free to tell him.
No, yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for the next one? Mm-hmm. Am I the asshole for lying to my wife that I would forgive her for cheating? Interesting. Okay. This was posted by the user throwaway3748291. Coolio.
Okay.
Oh, this one's a shorter one. Okay. Oh, this one was posted 3 days ago as well. So,
Okay.
fresh. When my wife and I first started dating, we had a talk about cheating. I straight up lied and said, if this ever happens, I need to know straight away. If you tell me and it only happens once, I think I could forgive you.
Okay.
I also feel like in general that is a statement that can be taken back at any time if you want to.
At any time.
So far.
At any time.
You know what I mean? Because it's like I don't know. I feel like I could maybe be okay with it one day, and then it happens to you, and then you're just like, no, I'm not okay with this. That's fair. That's totally fair, especially if you've never been in that situation before. Anyways,
Yeah.
I've read 3 lines of this. Okay, fast forward 5 years later, and we're married. A couple nights ago, she came up to me and asked if I remember our talk. I said, which one? We had a lot of talks like that. Okay. She then reminded me of the cheating talk and confessed she slept with a coworker at a recent company party. I was mortified. I packed my stuff and left. She begged me to stay. I couldn't. I needed to cool down. So we talked yesterday, and she again reminded me of our talk early on. I laughed and said that I never intended to forgive her, and I only said that at the time to make sure she confessed if it ever happened.
Okay, he's real as fuck for that. Honestly,
that's kind of real. I'm still planning on divorcing her. Nothing can change my mind about that, but my wife said that what I did was manipulation. It was that, I will say, like, that, to be fair, that was manipulation in some way, shapes, or forms, but because it did happen, totally fair.
No,
like, because she did totally do that to you, it is now kind of fair that you did that, because it's like, you did, like, her doing that completely proves to you that that was a valid concern to have in this relationship, and that fucking sucks, and I'm so sorry.
No, yeah.
Was I the asshole for lying about forgiving her? No. Y'all first started dating. If you take all of the stuff that you first said when you first started dating so seriously, that is so unrealistic and just weird and immature. There's like so much growing. Like, the point of being in a relationship like that with someone is to be able to grow with them. So like, you obviously can't, you can, when you first start being in a relationship like that, it's like the relationship is literally a baby. Yeah. You grow out of those phases. Like, there's things that happen and things that you say that you just don't say anymore
also,
after
you
a certain
said
point.
You might forgive her.
Yeah, and further than that, that was like kind of a weird conversation to have, because that's almost like, would you forgive me if I cheated in the future? Why would we have this talk?
Literally, why would you even bring that up? Are you just having that in the back of your mind,
like,
or
are
something?
You planning for it already? Because if that's the case, we don't have to date in the first place.
No, facts. If you're already not going to be committed, then I don't want it.
Like, disgusting, lame, boring. There are other more interesting people.
Literally not an asshole at all.
I wish this dude well in the divorce.
Facts. That's just that sucks.
I'm assuming it's a dude. Sorry for assuming. Nothing was clarified. I'm gonna say.
I thought he said wife.
Well, yeah, I know, but like, what if it's not a dude that has a wife, Ronnie? Oh. What if it's a dude that has a wife? You know. If I change the emphasis, it changes. If I change the emphasis, it changes the implications.
It changes meaning.
It changes the implications, guys. Because it could be dual wives, or it could be husband and wife, or it could be partner and wife.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to think it's dual wives, because I think, for some reason, I'm thinking of the A24 movie with the muscle tees. Don't ask me the name of that movie, but I like it because there's really cool lesbians in it, and I think that it's going to be really good. Unless it's already come out and I just haven't seen it. And in which case, that's my fault. I'll see it when it comes out, I think. So the next one is, am I the asshole for telling my husband I'm leaving him when he was in the middle of a meltdown? Posted by
Love
user
Lies Bleeding
/Harry_Pepper_2826. It's called Love Lies Bleeding.
Oh, we could watch it on HBO Max.
Oh, it's out already? Out?
I guess so.
Okay.
It has a 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb ratings, but then a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Interesting. Let's see how it is. Okay, I'm going to reiterate the name. Am I the asshole for telling my husband I'm leaving him when he was in the middle of a meltdown? Posted by Harry_Pepper_2826.
Okay.
My husband and I have been together for 8 years now. I have two sons from my previous marriage who are 13 and 9, and I just gave birth to our daughter, like this current marriage's daughter, about 3 months ago. Prior to me giving birth and even a few weeks following, our home life was great. We often had friends telling us they wish they could find someone that made them as happy as him and I made each other. There was hardly ever any disagreements. Our communication was solid. He was fantastic with my boys, attending every parent-teacher conference, doctor's appointments, school events, etc., and he took them out often to play baseball and basketball. This all changed after maybe 2 to 3 weeks after I gave birth. Interesting.
Okay.
He turned angry, depressed, and impatient. Me and the kids started having to constantly walk on eggshells. He became lazy, such as stopped cleaning up after himself or helping around the house. Yet, still used sentences to my kids such as, "You guys need to pick up after yourselves. Me and your mother shouldn't have to follow you around and clean up your messes," when he never cleaned at all. I couldn't even get him to wash his own dinner plate without him having a meltdown, basically. Ooh, wait, hold on. I don't like how you worded that because that sounds really coded.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
The thing is, though, so far, I'm somewhere in the middle right now because what he's doing, it sounds like,
Male postpartum depression.
yes. It also, in some ways, too, it also sounds like, oh my gosh, what's that manipulation tactic called? Where you specifically do something, like someone tells you to wash the dishes, so you wash the dishes, but you don't finish washing the dishes. You wash them in a way that makes them like dirty, and you wash them incorrectly.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's a really huge point in like misogynistic nuclear families.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I keep on thinking of executive dysfunction, but I know that that's when you just can't do something.
No.
It's, oh my god, what's it called?
Oh my god. Wait, no, because I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh my god. What is it? Weaponized incompetence.
Yes, weaponized. It sounds like weaponized incompetence.
Yeah, I can get that too.
Because I was just like, this is a little bit weird, especially because like I understand that he was good with your kids before, because that's fine, you know. Because like if he was doing a good job with that, because he was taking them to doctor's appointments, going to the parent-teacher conferences, all of that, like sounds like the parent is at least doing like what they're supposed to. And it's like it's nice to see that like he was taking that so seriously, especially when like these are yes his kids, but these are also new kids to him too. Only problem is it seems that he didn't know what to do with a baby. It sounds like weaponized incompetence on the front of, I'm not getting enough sleep. Well, neither is the person that gave birth anyways.
Yeah.
Neither is the rest of the family. So like
it takes a village.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So every day he was just angry. If one thing went wrong, like him not being able to find something he set down somewhere, which became an everyday event, he was freaking out, saying things like, "Yup, awesome, so glad life wants to fuck me over," or "Why the fuck does this always happen to me? Can't I just have a good fucking day for once?" Honestly, that sounds like you when you're having a bad week.
Mind your business. First of all. Don't know what you're talking about.
You're like, I literally don't know what you're talking about. I've never done that in my entire life. But
Brandon's lying, guys.
Yeah, I'm making things up.
He's
but
literally a mentiroso. Don't listen to him.
Me and the kids' problem. If he lost something, it didn't matter what time of day it was. He was 100% flipping out and expecting me to find it for him. I even told him my oldest son had to go to the ER because he had a bad rash, and he goes, "Have your mom take him," because he was using my vehicle. Or the other day, my mood had been soured due to his early morning freak out, and it put me on a rough route. I was exhausted, running on 3 hours of sleep, and he rushed me out of the house to go do his errands with him. I didn't even get out of the car, so it was pointless. And then gets pissed and screams, "What the fuck is your problem? Can't we just have a good day for once?" As if I'm the reason his life sucks. And this is not the man I married. No, it doesn't sound like it at all.
Absolutely not.
So last night, around 11:30 p.m., he starts freaking out again. He lost an important item he needed for work. He starts slamming things around our bedroom and repeatedly saying things like, "Fucking great, fucking awesome, fucking love it," until I got up and started helping him look. As soon as I get up out of bed, he stops looking and just walks behind me, holding his phone's flashlight. We can't find it. He doesn't go to work as a result. Another trait he's gotten since I gave birth. He literally calls out over the wind blowing the wrong way. I lay back down. He practically body slams the bed beside me, starts huffing and puffing, heavy sighing, growling while practically clawing at his face, talking about how fucking stupid this life is. Oh my god. I ask him to stop and he says, "Fuck you." So I tell him I'm done, I'm leaving, and that me and my children's shit will be out of the home by today. He says, "What the fuck ever." Ooh. Shouldn't be a parent, and goes to sleep. I wake up at 5 a.m. and start packing. He comes out around 7 asking what I'm doing, and I tell him again that I'm done and I'm leaving. He says I'm leaving him this time in this time of need, and he would never do that to me. But he kind of did, because I was diagnosed with PPD not even 4 days after giving birth, and he completely overrode it and made it about him and how much his life sucks. Oh my god, clarity.
Bruh.
Clarity. Okay, we have an example. "I know you're feeling some type of way, but I have shit going on too. No one asks me how the fuck I am." Or literally making passive aggressive comments like, "Wish I could sleep all day," when I was 6 days postpartum after I fell asleep on the couch. He does no nighttime duty, by the way, according to this. As I said, he says I'm leaving him in his time of need and that I should have urged him to get therapy instead of walking away. That's his responsibility.
So you knew that you should probably go to therapy and you just didn't do it.
And he was just like, you should have pushed me. Like, that's your fault.
Dude, go to hell. Go
Big
the fuck
baby.
to hell, bro.
But his anger has made me hate him. I don't even want to be near him. No, I wouldn't want to either.
Valid.
I'm just going to reiterate what I've said to some commenters. I have tried talking to him about this. It's an immediate blame shift the second that I bring up anything that is bothering me. He says I'm attacking him. Says things like, "As if you don't have fucking issues that I have to deal with every day." Okay. Tells me it's all in my head and has even called me a narcissist quite a few times in the past 2 months, claiming that I'm accusing him of things because things aren't going my way. Often, he says he does everything and that me and my kids, don't respect him. So I have tried talking to him. He's completely defensive and refuses to actually speak on issues, outside of one single time when he was drinking and admitted that he's being an asshole and that we don't deserve to be treated this way. Dude. Liquor don't lie. Call it truth juice. Like,
bruh.
It got it out of him, but that's fucking crazy. Chocolate Darling says, "Not the asshole. Your husband's behavior has become unbearable, and you're right to prioritize your mental health and the kids' well-being by leaving." I agree. Wholeheartedly.
100%.
He's a big baby. The fact that he only had a temporarily good time with your kids, like the fact that there was a time limit on that, and the fact that it happened after you had a baby and you were diagnosed
after
with
you had
depression,
his kid.
That tells me that he definitely also doesn't believe in mental health, like proper mental health care.
Yeah, like, girl, you had his kid and now he's just like disregarding that fact. Go to hell.
He's like, "I wish I could do this. You're so lazy." And it's like, I don't know, maybe my body and me spent the last 9 months creating an entire life form and sustaining both myself and that life form and feeding it properly and restricting myself from consuming so many other things because of the fact that I am pregnant in that time. Like, And you get angry now that she's not helping out nearly as much because she wants to take a little bit of a break after giving birth.
Like, dude, really? You fucking dumbass.
Lazy poo-poo head. Basically. That's gross and disgusting. Boring. Nothing interesting about that. I mean, interesting stuff about you, not about your man. But just kidding, he's not your man. He doesn't deserve you.
Not at all.
Nah, he can melt down as much as he want, but you need to get your family away from that.
Especially if you're like trying to talk to him and he's not communicating with you. Like at that point, like you've done what you could. You've tried to talk to him, but he's not talking to you, and he's just like blaming all this bullshit on you and like calling you like things like the fuck no, like you don't have to tolerate that. Like
Good
no,
for you.
Absolutely not.
We have another one. Next one. Am I the asshole
Okay.
for blocking my twin because she tried to sleep with my fiance? Based off of that, you're not the asshole. I feel like that might be the answer, but we'll see. This was posted by u/cute_ginger_2.
Oh, Nate.
Thank you for submitting to this episode. For I don't know, for legal reasons in the future, this is not actually Nate. Nate
Nate just happens
is just
to be
cute
a ginger.
The balloon showed up. Nate is just cute ginger. Okay, so for context, my twin and I are identical twins, but different heights due to childhood illness. I am shorter and more petite due to the illness, but a healthy 28-year-old female adult. Okay. My fiance, 29, male, is now my husband. Backstory, my twin and I already had a complicated relationship due to her not respecting boundaries, expecting me to be available whenever she wanted to have hissy fits anytime I spent time with my own friends, but then canceling our plans an hour after we were supposed to meet and spend time with her friends instead. This was a continuous, ongoing issue throughout our whole lives. I should be available to her 110% of the time, hate any friends I made, hate any guy I dated, and I should only want to be with her. Damn, this sounds like a trauma thing, because this is like a deeply rooted thing that you like are related, like have related to your childhood. So this is either
crazy.
Cue in my husband. My husband is an amazing, patient, handsome, fun-loving man I am envisioning. Bang Chan. Okay. I could not ask for a better life partner. Yeah, Bang Chan. When we started dating, my twin reacted to him like all of my exes. Interrogated him, assumed he was going to be abusive for X number of reasons, hostile, etc. To clarify, my husband is not abusive. Thank you for clarifying. My husband, knowing that being close to my family is really important to me, made his best efforts to get my twin's approval. He jumped through all of the hoops and trials and even made friends, or so we thought, with my twin. He is now also really close with my parents and grandparents and sees them regularly, even if I am at work. My twin is also married, was engaged at that time, so we thought nothing of her now being friendly with my husband. Oh, fuck. One evening, my husband and my twin were hanging out. Roommates at the time / separate bedrooms. You live together, that makes sense. Honestly, if you are living lives similarly enough to your siblings to be able to live with your siblings after college or while you're adults, do that. I feel like that's so easy. That makes life so much easier.
Facts.
Because you know how to live with your siblings like that. Easy win. Anyways, okay. Oh shit. So they had a good chat about life. When they went to hug goodnight, my twin pressed her boobs on my husband and said, "I appreciate what we have, whatever this is," and tried to kiss him.
Girl, what?
Oh my god. My husband rejected her advances and then called me immediately afterwards while I was at work. I tried asking my twin what happened for context, and she just gaslit me about it. Days and weeks followed that night. She started telling everyone that my husband is a pervert and a pedophile because he married me, who looks like a child. Bitch, aren't y'all twins?
Well, it's because remember she's small. She's shorter.
Oh, bitch. Okay, anyways, even though I am 28 and has created more rumors since, we don't live together anymore. Good for you. She also had a meltdown right before my wedding and has been super petty since. I have now blocked her because she refuses to apologize for trying to sleep with my husband and spreading rumors. Am I the asshole?
No.
I don't fucking think so. Also,
I
there's
don't
two
think
updates.
so.
There's two updates.
There's 2 updates?
Do you want me to read the updates before we discuss, or do you want to discuss before the updates?
Read the updates.
Okay. First update. The people asking about her husband's thoughts on it. My twin essentially has told her husband nothing happened, that she did not hit on my husband, that my husband is lying, etc. Her husband believes her and is also pushing the rumors that my husband is a pedophile, etc.
Okay.
Her husband spent so much time trying to shit talk my husband at the family get-together that different individuals asked them to stop talking about my husband and me because they were at a family... because everyone was getting so annoyed. It's also...
Rightfully so.
Yeah. It's also how my husband and I found out about the rumors. None of my other siblings... Oh, you have more siblings. Dang. Believe or agree with the rumors that my twin and her husband have spewed. Honestly, the only people still defending my twin and her husband's actions are my parents. Oh, fuck.
Okay.
That makes this... Oh, sorry for anyone who didn't hear that because I was a little away from the mic. That makes this really fucking complex. Because,
that makes it a little bit
because the fact that your siblings are siding with you, but then your parents aren't siding with you, that's fucked up. It's okay. Honestly, when we have a collective break like this, it makes it easier for me to cut it. Like, cut the silences, so we're chill.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just haven't been sipping. That's on me. It's
okay.
Other update. I have definitely cut my twin and her husband out of my life. This is more of a vent post. Okay, cool. You have every right to vent. This is a shitty thing.
And I'ma listen.
The thing is too, while I'm not a twin or I will not pretend to personally understand the struggles of being a twin.
We're literally twins. What are you talking about?
Literally. But like twins like that. I feel like there's just so much complexity in a twins dynamic, and like especially in being like identical but semi-identical because of something that was like potentially different between each individual. Like like I feel like I already have a big enough identity crisis seeing old versus new pictures of myself. Like having an identity crisis.
Talk about that.
Having an identity crisis of having your sibling be so similar to you, but also be absolutely not you entirely is so, like, must be so disgustingly hard.
Yeah.
So I feel like some twins can become great friends, but other twins just hate each other because they're just like, you're not me.
Yeah.
You know? But I can't speak from personal experience. Any twins that watch and or
any
listen,
twins that want to let us know,
let us know. Because Spotify allows comments now, and by the way, for any of those of you, like those of you who do not know, we are also on Apple Podcasts now. So we have upgraded. We have grown.
Okay.
Yes, I'm really excited about that. Please join us if you would like to. If you didn't want to have Spotify downloaded, for those of you who have iPhones, especially if you have a newer iPhone, it pre-downloads the podcast app. If not, download the podcast app. It's completely free. You can listen to the podcast for free, and you can download them completely for free. This is not a clock on Spotify, but this is total clock on Spotify, actually. It's easier to download the podcasts for free on Apple Podcasts because it makes it easier to get to them without having an account, like having a formal, like, paid premium account thing. So just a recommendation. Otherwise, we're on YouTube too, and you should be able to comment on all of these and rate it on all of these. It really helps us out. Aside from the point, we'll get back to the update. I have definitely cut my twin and her husband off of my life. This is more of an event post for those
asking about setting boundaries prior to this block. I had already had many arguments with my twin about her behavior and how I was done with it. She continually stepped over those boundaries. The final straw was her trying to sleep with my husband. Okay. Yes, thank you for context. Thank you for timing things. I had asked her multiple times over the phone with already limited contact to apologize to him. During the family get-together was a final Hail Mary to get her to admit to her shit and apologize, which she did not. This led to an official absolute block, only to find out about the rumors afterwards. Despite this, my parents want to try and mend things with my twin, which is an absolute no on mine and my husband's end.
Valid.
I side with you.
I literally side with you, girl. Like,
yeah, I side with you, cute ginger. I have been signed out. Guys, why? Not me having to do my one login in the middle of this. This is so messed up, guys.
not the one login.
Oh my gosh. But like, I do agree with this person. I think that you have every right to block and cut off and all that.
Yeah.
Ronnie, keep elaborating.
Yeah, like I just think it's I'm interested to know why the parents are really on their like the other twin side. Like,
I think it's unfair. It sounds like they're playing favorites between twins, and that is an even worse thing to add to a sort of twin dynamic identity crisis feeling.
no, like literally. So it's just like,
I think that's incredibly cruel. I think that's unfair and just mean.
I don't know, just hear out the husband and the twin, because obviously, like, also, like, I remember the beginning of it was like saying that the sister was always been really bad with like boundaries and stuff like that. So why would they not believe her if she's already like had issues with her in the past, like crossing boundaries?
No, exactly. Like, if this is, like, I feel like this is just a very unfair thing to not trust the storyteller for, you know?
Yeah. Because, like, I don't know.
Damn. No, that got really deep. I feel like I just got, like, involved in someone's tea that I was, like, not supposed to get into, but I'm like, now I know. Now I can gossip about it. It's perfect.
Now I can gossip about it.
Okay. I have 2 more for you.
Okay.
So this one was posted by OK_shoe5647. Am I the asshole for refusing to give my ex-husband his beloved houseplant?
Okay.
So I, 34 female, am in the middle of a messy divorce with my soon-to-be ex-husband, Tim. Damn. You didn't name yourself, but you clocked his ass. Tim, 36 male. We've been together for 10 years, married for 7, and honestly, it's been a downhill slide for the past few years. But this isn't about our marriage falling apart. It's about a houseplant. Yes, you read that right. Tim has this houseplant, a monstera, that he's been obsessing over for the last 5 years. He named it Lily, which, by the way, is the name we had planned for our future daughter before things went south. Oh. He talks to it, waters it meticulously, and even has a special grow light for it. It's his pride and joy. That's kind of cute.
Yeah.
When we were dividing our assets, he took the TV, the car, most of the furniture, and even the dog, which hurt me the most.
Damn, not the dog.
But he left Lily. I assumed it was a mistake, so I packed her up with the rest of his things, but when he came to pick them up, he refused to take her, saying she belongs here, where she can thrive. You wouldn't understand her needs. Excuse me? I wouldn't understand a plant's needs. This man-child left me with a houseplant he clearly cares more about than our marriage, and now he's making it seem like I'm incapable of taking care of it? Fine. Challenge accepted. Fast forward a few weeks, and I've gotten pretty attached to Lily. She is actually quite beautiful and adds a nice touch to my new apartment. Plus, it feels a bit like a petty victory. Then, out of nowhere, Tim starts texting and calling, demanding Lily back. Apparently, he's been having a hard time without her and is convinced that his life is falling apart because he doesn't have this emotional support plant. I told him, no. He had his chance to take her, and he didn't. Now she's mine, and frankly, I think she's better off with me. Tim's friends, and even some of mine, are calling me petty and saying I should give her back. That it's just a plant, and it's not worth the drama. But it's not just about the plant. It's about standing my ground and not letting him control everything, even in the smallest of ways.
I kind of get her. Like, you did give him a chance. Like you said, like, she literally packed it in the stuff for you. And then you made a backhanded compliment saying that she can't take care of it.
I understand.
So that's on you.
I understand, like, being passionate about plants and shit. And also, I don't really understand, like, the full context of your divorce, really, because it sounds messy as fuck. But, like, it wasn't clear about wanting it initially, and you've had it for a long enough fucking time. It's your plant now, and then asking for it so long later, it's like, we're not even supposed to be talking that much. Except for, like, legal reasons to get things sorted out. It's like, I don't really want to see you. I don't want to hear from you. You also took the dog.
No, facts. You took the dog, and now you want to take the plant.
You took the dog. You took the car. You took most of the furniture. You're fucked. Let her keep the fucking house plant. And further than that, this is funny as fuck. Because you can try to sue as much as you want. It's a fucking plant. No one's going to care.
No one's literally going to care.
So grow up. You took the dog. You can get a new Monstera. Like, I understand that a plant is different from another plant, even if it's the same type of plant. Mm-hmm. You can regrow it. Grow up. If you are so in love with taking care of a house plant, just learn how to take care of a new one. Like, this one didn't die.
Like, then maybe if you really wanted it that bad, then maybe you should have taken it when she literally packed it with your stuff already. Like,
anyways, we're gonna move on to the next one and the last one.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for telling my husband he has no right to comment on my health choices, even if I am pregnant? Okay. This was posted by background_cry 1802.
Come on, 1802.
Ooh, okay. Hi everyone. I, female 25, am currently 28 weeks pregnant. My husband, male 31, and I have been married for 2 years, and this is our first child. Having just entered my 3rd trimester, I'm getting very nervous/excited, and a lot more symptoms of pregnancy are happening. The bump has also gotten huge. One of my biggest symptoms now is constant cravings for things I don't even normally eat. I am not a vegetarian or vegan, but I normally don't eat red meat like steaks or burgers because I just don't find it appealing, personally. However, for the past week, all I could think about was a bacon cheeseburger. You're so real for that, dude. You're so fucking real.
Girl. Preach to the choir right now. Come on.
It's all I wanted. 2 days ago, I asked my husband to make them. He laughed and said he wouldn't, but then he didn't. Oh, he said he would, but then he didn't. Fucked up. He claimed to forget I wanted them. Then yesterday, I was going to make them, but then I was devastated to find out we didn't have bacon. I literally cried. My husband told me I was being a bit dramatic, and I am sure I was, but the hormones hit, and I just cried. That's fair. So today, I asked him if he could please pick up from a local restaurant, and I would order us bacon cheeseburgers. He was very annoyed and told me, shouldn't you be really focused on your health right now?
Bro, she's fucking pregnant.
I replied by saying I am. The baby wants bacon cheeseburgers.
The baby wants bacon cheeseburgers. Get the bacon cheeseburger for the baby.
He didn't think that was funny and lectured me on how he thinks it's unhealthy that I am including things in my diet that I don't normally eat. He topped off the lecture by asking me how much weight I have gained since becoming pregnant. Bro, this girl is literally forming
She just
an
wants a
entire
bacon
second human
cheeseburger.
being.
Oh my god.
Like, she's like putting in the work to make an entire human being and asking for maybe a few bacon cheeseburgers. What is the harm in that? It's not like she's asking to have sushi or like beef tartare.
Like, literally, calm the fuck
Like, she's
down.
not
Just get
asking
the
to
fucking
drink.
bacon
She's not
cheeseburger.
asking to like. She's not like, can you please bring me Molly? No. Oh my god.
Can you please bring me Molly? Please bring me Molly.
Please, it's the only way I can get through this pregnancy. Like, no. She's asking for a fucking bacon cheeseburger. Get her a fucking bacon cheeseburger.
Literally. What is so difficult?
Anyways, she said, I weighed 128 pounds before pregnancy. I weigh 149 now. And my doctor says that's a healthy weight. Cool. You have all the fucking
because you're in
confirmation
your
you
third
need.
trimester.
That's all. Should that not
So
be all the
obviously-
confirmation you need?
Literally. Oh my god.
Okay. I cried again, of course, and my husband begrudgingly got me the food I wanted, but not without some snappy replies. Oh my god, a cheeseburger, a bacon cheeseburger is one of the cheapest, like, food asks that you could, like, demand
Like,
in
literally,
America.
you could ask for anything and you just want a bacon cheeseburger.
Like, that's chill. You're not even gonna pay that much for
Get
that.
this
That's
girl her bacon
fine.
cheeseburger.
Oh my god. You're acting like it's like the most expensive thing ever, but I'm like, bro, this
What
is
a
like
fucking
cheaper than a
ass.
fucking coffee. You can just get a bacon cheeseburger. Anyways, I told him later that after I had collected myself that it was incredibly rude to say that about my weight and also about my health. I am fine and healthy according to my doctor. He snapped back and told me he was allowed to be concerned about my diet and my health when I was carrying his baby. Who's the asshole here? He is.
He is.
Easy.
He is.
I don't
He's
have
a
anything
fucking
further
asshole.
to discuss aside from the fact that he's a fucking asshole and it's a cheeseburger. Like the thing
Oh
is,
my God.
I don't
Literally get over it.
understand. I don't
And
understand
obviously-
complaining about dealing with people's pregnancy cravings because I don't know. Maybe it was your choice to like decidedly
Conceive?
continue with this pregnancy. So why are you complaining about the process? Because people are so stupid.
Like, oh my god, you know she never fucking orders it, so why would it hurt one time to get a fucking bacon cheeseburger? Bro, she's in her third trimester, she's about to have your fucking kid, and you're gonna be disrespectful to her? Really? Really?
No, you don't even have that much more time. Get her a burger every fucking week.
Oh
Like, it's
my
not that
God.
bad.
Like, literally, cry me a river, boy.
Like, that makes grocery shopping so much cheaper. Because then you don't have to pick up dinners. Just get her a cheeseburger. She deserves it.
She fucking deserves it, bruh. Absolutely. Oh my god, guys.
Also, she's eating for fucking two. Let her
Like-
eat. And, like, if oh my god, when people are like, "Oh, they're eating so much now that they're pregnant. And I'm just like, yeah.
They're
That's two
eating
pe-
for two.
Like, that's more than one person that you're looking at right now.
People are genuinely so fucking stupid that they just like cannot use logic in their brains. And I'm like, okay, guys, like, let's think critically. If someone's pregnant, they might be eating more because that's a thing that fucking happens. Everyone knows it's a thing that happens. So why are we acting so? Also, it's just because people have like always want like men always have something to say about women's bodies, and it's like literally go to hell. No one cares about your fucking opinion.
Literally. That got me heated. Anyways.
Overall, I'm like, it's getting warm in here.
Anyways,
So, what?
while I don't know the rest of the context of everything going on, consider not being together. I know it's not that easy. Because now there's a literal family involved and there's custody and there is child support involved. But that doesn't sound like a good person to have kids with in general. But
feel like
I
men
also
like that
don't know
always end up
either of
showing
you
their-
personally, so I can only advise so much because this is from fucking Reddit, and this is also
like-
a podcast.
Yeah, I feel like men like that always end up showing their true colors either during or after pregnancy.
It's fucking crazy. It's the worst.
It's
too,
always when
because
it's,
it's
like,
one of
way
those
too-
things where it's like it's too late.
It's too late. Like, I wish I knew that you were gonna be a fucking ass earlier. Like,
People also just need to have like, I think it needs to be added to the education system where people learn what it takes to actually raise a child. So then we can so people can have a better gauge of whether or not they actually do want to have one.
yeah, because
no
people
one
just
talks
be
about that
having
enough.
kids, and I'm like, you're not ready to have kids. You're not in the financial status to have kids.
Not like I'm not going to pretend like either of us have the experience to properly advise that either, but it's still one of those things where it's just like there are some cases when people have kids and it's very obvious that they didn't think it through, and it's concerning because you can see what's happening to the kids as collateral of that.
Yeah, some people just shouldn't have kids, and that's okay. And that's okay. Like, it's fine. Like,
Me taking a swig to people not having kids when they shouldn't.
I'll drink to that.
Literally. So, that is the podcast. That is everything that I brought. I hope you guys thought it was interesting. Did you like it, Ronnie?
Yes. Yes, I like the second half.
Yeah, no, because it was pretty fucking scary. But I felt like inserting these ones because these ones are so funsky bunsky. So.
Oh, yeah, these are always fun.
Yeah. I also just like, I don't know. I'd like to think that our advice is good. So
Yeah, let us know what you guys think.
if you think it's bad, just don't say anything because we
Don't
don't
say
want to hear
anything.
it. We don't want to hear it.
Don't say anything, please.
And if you do say something, I'm going to start limiting the comments on my videos. So you can't. If you don't know which creator I'm referencing right now, you just go on TikTok. Anyways, that's a little bit. I have an Instagram that you can follow. It's at brandon._.amor. You can also follow me on TikTok at brandon._.amor. On top of that, you can find me on YouTube by looking up rambling about things I read on Reddit. Put Brandon Amor right after it. Blame YouTube for not doing a good job with the algorithm quite yet. That's their fault. Remember, we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and YouTube Podcasts / just YouTube videos in general. Ronnie, it's your turn now.
Guys, some moment you've all been waiting for. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Ronnie Red, RONNII Red. So look at that, guys.
Big day, guys.
Big day.
Big fucking day.
Big day.
We're awesome. We're cool. We're expanding. We're getting bigger. Don't even worry about it, guys. Don't even worry about it. That being said, don't forget to close your garage. Don't forget to lock your doors tonight. Excuse me. Do not forget to turn off the lights. Did you forget to turn off the lights? Make sure that you did, because
Or keep them on. You know, after just keep them on.
Turn off the lights. The environment is in such a state that we don't need more lights on if we can prevent that happening.
Yeah, but if you're scared, keep the lights on.
Okay, yeah, that too. Don't forget to look behind you when you're walking outside at night. Don't forget to check your closet before you turn off the lights.
Brandon Nicholas.
Don't forget to cover any and all cameras and or other recording devices that are in your room at any time, who could be watching and or listening. And with that, I close. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, comment, add this to your personal podcasts. Do it on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I've said it too many times now. Goodbye. Love you.
Bye.
Hugs. Kisses. Ass shaking. I don't know. Hearts. Hearts. That one.
Hearts.
Being a rumor, and I feel like I'm a loser until I just let you fracture me, fracture me, fracture me, fracture me.